A wild turkey that started out as a tiny, dark dot in the distance broke and ran across the plowed ground until we could see it was a jake. Every time the turkey went into strut, the extended middle tail feathers gave away its age of about 1 year. There was loud yelping and gobbling, and we were calling, and this bird was coming to the call. This is Mark Strand, and to set the scene, there are 4 of us in 2 blinds just inside a wooded finger looking out onto a vast plowed field. The young gun on this hunt is Jake Mertz, who won the drawing for the first Midwest Outdoors Youth Hunt Giveaway. Things are certainly looking good, but let's take a few minutes to see how we got to this point. It's Jake's first turkey hunt, but not the first day of the hunt. 2 weekends earlier, we traveled to a different spot, put in a good effort, but came away without a shot. Things had looked so promising on that first morning, too. On the night before that first morning, using roosting techniques taught by Ray I, at least 5 gobblers had flown up into trees within 40 yards of where we had 2 blinds already set up. There's a saying in turkey hunting that roosted ain't roasted, meaning that plenty of things still have to go right even when you put turkeys to bed. I would add that in some cases, roosted ain't even roosted, because turkeys will move in the night, and these birds did just that. We got into the blinds in good shape, but the birds had shifted well down the hill sometime during the night, and we couldn't get them to come all the way up. We heard good gobbling, and 1 bird came close, but we couldn't see it. So we took a break to check in live with Ray on his Eye on the Outdoors radio show on KFNS in St. Louis.
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Are you having a good time turkey hunting with Mark Strand?
Yeah, it's really fun.
How'd you like hearing those wild turkey gobblers?
We heard them, but we haven't seen them. They're really cool, though.
The rest of that first weekend, Jake and his dad, John, got plenty of practice in the art of moving and calling. We had some close encounters, including 1 bird that was in range, but stayed behind a rise in the terrain, and Jake could not take the shot. Two weekends later, we took up the hunt again, this time in the spot you saw at the beginning. We met up with friend and fellow fanatic John Maloney, who led us on a long walk in the dark to where we quietly set up and waited for morning to break. This time, when the music started, we lured birds out where we could see them, and that strutting Jake broke and ran to where he flirted with shotgun range.
When they were coming closer, I was like pretty excited because like all the other times we've been calling them, they got pretty close, but then they just like decide not to come. Like with this one, like I saw it was something like, oh, I know it's gonna come in range, and then I got pretty excited about that.
This is what Jake had been hoping for. Other birds were gobbling and hens were yelping, and there was no reason to pass on the shot if it presented itself.
This particular bird hung up just a little bit out of range, and I was like, oh man, is this going to happen? Is it not? And then he just, like on a rope right at the end, was really coming in. It's like, okay, this is going to happen. It was also fun not having any turkey experience to kind of see what turkey hunting is all about and get a better sense for the excitement of calling a turkey in and hearing them gobble back. And like Jake said, when we saw the turkeys out in the field today and they were kind of coming closer, like him, I was like, ooh, I think this is actually going to happen. I think they're actually going to come in. This might be awesome.
When a shot rang out across the plowed ground, it sent feathers skyward that floated back to earth, and a young gobbler became a prize for a young hunter. And we can all breathe a little easier about the future of hunting because the kid named Jake had his Jake, and a smile a mile wide.
I think I was kind of just going on experience. Like, I've shot the gun so many times before that it just like, when I'm in the moment, I just kind of remember what I'm supposed to do without like physically thinking it. This is my first turkeys, and I was really glad that I hit it and it went down quickly and that we got it.
So it's been a lot of fun, especially over the past couple of years. Jake and I have kind of expanded our horizons in the outdoors a little bit. We've been able to do a few more things, and I've been watching him get more and more excited with some of the stuff we've done. He got his first duck last fall, and this was another just really fun way to experience the outdoors with him.